Ever wondered what cowboys ate during the Wild West era? It's a question that might have stirred your interest as you enjoyed those spaghetti westerns or delved into narratives of the rugged frontier. So, let's saddle up and embark on this culinary expedition back to the era of cowboys, outlaws, and saloons. We warmly welcome you to the realm of Wild West chuckwagon cooking, a culinary tradition as varied and rich as the landscape it flourished in. Born from necessity and shaped by the severe conditions of the frontier, chuckwagon cooking was more than a mere method to quell hunger. It served as a lifeline, a beacon of comfort, and a symbol of unity for those braving the wilds of the West. Now let us transport you back to 1866. The setting sun bathes the sky in hues of orange and purple. The air is laden with the tantalizing aroma of beans simmering over an open fire, biscuits baking in a Dutch oven, and coffee brewing in a weathered tin pot. This is not your typical fancy restaurant or snug home kitchen. It's a chuckwagon, a moving kitchen on wheels, the heart and warmth of a cowboy camp. These dishes, unpretentious yet satisfying, constituted the primary diet of the cowboys. But chuckwagon cooking wasn't all about food. It was a shared experience, a time for cowboys to connect over their common hardships and minor triumphs. Are you excited to delve deeper into this distinct culinary tradition? Are you keen to learn more about the robust, satisfying meals of the Wild West? Well, fasten your hats, folks. Now let's immerse ourselves in the heart of this earthy culinary tradition, the chuckwagon. If you found this journey appetizing, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more content just like this. Enjoy the ride. Scene script. Have you heard of Chuckwagon? It was the food truck of the Wild West era. Picture this: endless prairies, cowboys on horseback, and a long line of cattle kicking up dust under the blazing sun. Amidst this scene, one wagon trundles along. This, dear listeners, is the Chuckwagon, a mobile kitchen of the Wild West, catering to the hunger of the hard-working cowboys. Now let's saddle up and ride back to the birth of the Chuckwagon. It was the brainchild of Charles Goodnight, a cowboy and cattle rancher himself. In 1866, Goodnight realized the need for a mobile kitchen that could provide hearty meals for his cow hands during long cattle drives. He took a sturdy army surplus wagon, fitted it with a chuck box at the back, filled with pots, pans, and utensils, and voila, the Chuckwagon was born. But what was the purpose of this mobile kitchen? Well, it was not just about feeding the cowboys. It was a hub of social interaction, a place where cowboys gathered after a long day, swapping stories under the starlit sky while savoring their meals. It was a symbol of camaraderie and comfort in the vast, often harsh landscape of the Wild West. So what did the Chuckwagon carry? It was stocked with staples like beans, cornmeal, coffee, cured bacon, and sourdough. Fresh beef was readily available from the herd. The cook, often the second most important person in the cattle drive, had to be resourceful, whipping up meals that were simple yet nourishing. In a land where the elements were unpredictable and the work was grueling, the Chuckwagon was a beacon of hope, a sign that at the end of the day, a hot meal awaited. It was a symbol of resilience and survival, providing sustenance and solace to the cowboys. The Chuckwagon was indeed a lifesaver in the harsh conditions of the Wild West. From its humble beginnings to its vital role in cowboy life, the Chuckwagon holds a special place in the culinary history of America. It truly was the food truck of its era, serving up a slice of comfort in the wild, Wild West. Scene script: meet Calamity Jane, the queen of Chuckwagon cooking. Now, when we talk about the Wild West's culinary history, it would be a grave omission not to mention one woman who left an indelible mark on this rustic style of cooking. Her name was Calamity Jane, a woman as fiery as the chili peppers she would throw into her stews and as bold as the flavors she cooked up under the open skies. Calamity Jane wasn't just a cook. She was a culinary artist, a pioneer who took the basic necessities of the Chuckwagon kitchen and transformed them into meals that could rival any five-star restaurant. She took the humble ingredients available to her, beans, cornmeal, coffee, dried beef, baking soda, and molasses, and she turned them into feasts that warmed the hearts and filled the bellies of those hardworking cowboys. Her cooking style was as unique as her character. She was known for her innovative use of the Dutch oven, a versatile piece of cast-iron cookware that became her signature. With this, she could whip up anything from a hearty stew to a fluffy biscuit, all while maintaining the heat of a roaring campfire. And let us not forget her famous dishes. Who could resist her spicy chili? A dish so hot it could make a cowboy tear up, or her bean stew, a recipe so hearty it was said to keep a cowboy full for an entire day's work. And then, there were her biscuits, golden and crisp on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, the perfect companion to any meal. These meals weren't just about sustenance. They were a reflection of the spirit of the Wild West, robust, hearty, and filled with character. Each dish told a story of long days under the beating sun, of camaraderie around the campfire, of a life lived close to the land. Calamity Jane's legacy lives on in the hearty cowboy meals we enjoy today. Her influence in Chuckwagon cooking is undeniable, and her passion for creating delicious, satisfying meals from simple ingredients continues to inspire cooks around the world. Wild West Chuckwagon cooking left a legacy that's still savored today. Born out of necessity and honed by the grit of the cowboys, the tradition of Chuckwagon cooking has left an indelible mark on the American culinary landscape. The spirit of the Wild West still lingers in our kitchens, and its influence can be tasted in the hearty, no-nonsense meals that are a staple of modern American cuisine. Think of a juicy, flame-grilled steak or a bubbling pot of chili. These dishes echo the rustic simplicity and robust flavors of Chuckwagon cooking, and they're a testament to the enduring appeal of this culinary tradition. Beyond the confines of our kitchens, the legacy of Chuckwagon cooking is celebrated at festivals and events across the country. From the National Cowboy Symposium and Celebration in Lubbock, Texas, to the Western Heritage Classic in Abilene, folks gather to enjoy authentic Chuckwagon meals and pay homage to the cowboy cooks of yore. In the world of professional cooking, there's a growing appreciation for the roots of American cuisine. Chefs and restaurateurs are drawing inspiration from the Chuckwagon tradition, creating dishes that combine old-world techniques with contemporary flair. From the rustic charm of eateries like the Cowboy Cookout in Branson, Missouri, to the sophisticated palate of Michelin-starred restaurants like the Wild West in San Francisco, the essence of Chuckwagon cooking is being reimagined and served up in new and exciting ways. The influence of Chuckwagon cooking extends beyond our borders, too. The allure of the Wild West has captivated international audiences, with Chuckwagon-style restaurants popping up in cities from Tokyo to Berlin. The world, it seems, can't get enough of the rugged, hearty flavors that were once the mainstay of cowboys on the open range. So next time you enjoy a hearty meal, remember the cowboys and Calamity Jane who brought us these rustic flavors. Their legacy lives on in the sizzling steaks, the hearty stews, and the crackling campfires that still light up our culinary imagination. Are you a foodie intrigued by the tales of Wild West Chuckwagon cooking? You've hit the right spot. We're journeying through the hearty and rustic meals of the Wild West, just scratching the surface of rich and fascinating tales. Join us in this culinary exploration. Ever tried recreating Chuckwagon recipes at home? Maybe cooked beans, bacon, and biscuits in a cast iron pot over, or a Dutch oven stew under the stars like the old cowboys? We'd love to hear your tales, successes, and even mishaps. Your insights might inspire others. And what about other historical culinary traditions? Each cuisine holds a unique history and flavor. From medieval Europe, ancient Asia, countless culinary histories await exploration. So dive into the comments, share your thoughts, engage with our community. Let's keep the spirit of exploration alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and engage in the comments for more culinary journeys into the past. Until next time, keep exploring the flavors of history.